I believe everything will be okay.
Exactly.
God is everything to me. Sometimes food, but this is something that I have to go through.
Okay, for Yama Unyana Makwaba, a console, Koso, Emra, Brighter Media. So, and now first time, I'm so subscribe, me said a bear. The video for Phobia Tuma, also Ubenya B. Ashe. Now, for no, we are watch a video, Ama Unia, and so I should be. And then, Yakwa her, sad story of Christian Atsu Chasam. Na abrantia ni abrantia na onyobia o give up simple. Yes, from the mofrase ebe nyina no onyobia na o give up simple. Yes, enti baby a Christian Atsu bia no yebeka se nyamkopon emfa ne kra ensie yie. Enti yekọ na afi no yakwa akọhwe this video a Christian Atsu Chasam chese ensama abrantia no ekeka no me ankasa no mete ha no na mafo yes nisuo ena atata me bacho yanko na ye this video yeba ebedi nkomo bacho nyaboche na he video ni si ewakakra yes enti ehwesi a ebebiebie niam bi so na ya cheche niam bi emu acho na afi no bibia aye kama bacho ye this video.
I left Feyenoord because there was a situation where my mom wanted me to really go to school, and I had that problem with Feyenoord because they spoke with Feyenoord that they want me to really go to school. And Feyenoord also were thinking that no, the guy has a talent and he can make it to Feyenoord. But then I had some situation, then I have to go back home, Then Cheetah bought me where I can go to school.
You're talking about Cheetah, it's another football club.
Yeah, Cheetah.
At Feyenoord, I mean, they have the facilities up to, let's say, classes.
No, GSS3.
It's GSS3.
Yeah.
Right on to GSS3. So it means you completed GSS3 at Feyenoord. And you wanted to go to secondary school.
I was in secondary school. First level, yeah.
Oh, exactly. But your parents wanted you home.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a little bit strange. But anyway, so you moved back home, and Cheetah FC also saw your talent and they bought you. But how was the experience, the different experiences like? You having to go to Feyenoord to develop talent, and now a football club, for that matter, wanted you.
Okay, yeah. As Cheetah, the facilities were quite difficult, with balls and with better coaches, and with sometimes food. But this is something that I have to go through. So I take it as a life. This is what I have to go through, and I have to work hard towards it because I'm in Cheetah now. I'm not in Feyenoord. I don't have to look back. I have to move forward.
Exactly. So moving forward, what was that big point for you where you had a chance to move abroad? Can you take us through it?
Yeah, I was playing at Kaswa with Cheetah, and Cheetah has an agent from Portugal. I think he's Canadian, but he basically based in Portugal. So he saw me and he said, "Oh, I want this guy and I want him to go to Porto." So from there, then I went to Porto, junior side. And then I trained with them 3 days, and then they gave me 6 months. They gave me 6 months contract.
Yeah. I mean, how did you feel that time when the announcement was, made?
I was very happy, to play FC Porto, one of the best clubs in Portugal, and it's not easy. But this is what has happened, So I was really excited about it.
How, when did this happen? About 2 years or 3 years ago?
Yeah, 2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago. And so basically you've been at Porto all those while after that.
Yeah.
And how difficult is it, to adjust to the system? Because first, the language, the weather and all that. How did you adjust?
For the weather, it wasn't easy for me. I was really cold. And for the language, when I went there, they started speaking Portuguese with me. They said, you have to learn Portuguese. So when I said, okay, yeah, I'm in Portugal, then I have to learn Portuguese. But they have some people who speak English and also Portuguese. So sometimes they translate to me if I can't understand it.
So you can speak the language now?
Yes, I understand.
Can you just give us a brief, one sentence? It will be interesting to hear you speak.
Okay.
Perhaps I have to ask a question.
Also Christian. Also Christian.
What's that?
I'm Christian.
You're Christian.
Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously you were then at Porto. You wanted to get to the top, ranks, and the opportunity came when you trained with the first team. That is when we all got to know about a certain Christian Atsu in Portugal. How did that happen for you?
I played in the junior team of FC Porto 2 years. My first season wasn't easy. I had some injuries, so we couldn't win the Portuguese league for the junior side. Then my next season, we won the league, and I was most variable player. So they called me for their last game in the senior side, their last game against Maritimo. And I went and sat on the bench, but
I didn't itching to go, but it just didn't come.
Yes.
Sometimes, they keep on saying you have to be patient and wait for your time. But at other times, for young players like you, with the blood, everything just right there, hoping to go. How are you able to handle yourself?
Okay, because I wanted to play football. I love football. I really do love football. So every time I try to encourage myself when I'm down, even because I love the game. I try to play. I try to work hard. And I try to take advice from my senior players over there, and the coaches also. They love me, so I try to take advice from them. It wasn't easy, but by God's grace.
Who are your mentors? Talk about footballers in the world.
I love Messi. Yeah, I love his style of play.
Why? What's so special about his style?
He can dribble 2, 3, 4, 5 players, which is very good. If you have, as a footballer, if you have this kind of talent, then you are really special. And he's also, aside football, he's a very humble guy.
The humility aspect. Yes. And then at Porto, you also compared to Hulk. I see the two of you, and these are two contrasting players altogether. One a striker, one a midfielder. Why that comparison?
There was a game that we played in Germany. We played a friendly game against a second division side, and Hook was playing on the right side. I was playing. Yes.
Okay. Hook.
He was playing on the right side, and I was playing on the left side. And that game we won 11-0. It was really a great game for Hook and I. So,
it was pre-season or something?
Yeah, it was pre-season. And from that day they started to call me Mini Hook, the next Hook, yeah. And also I won the FIFA Blue Stars with FC Porto, and I won the Portuguese league also. So from there they said, this guy is going to be the next Hook, but I'm not listening to what they say. I'm just concentrating on my game. So.
And after that, you get a call up to the national team. How did that come to you? Were you expecting it?
My dream when I was in Feyenoord was to play the national team. It is something that I really want to do, and I want to do it and play for my nation. I love when players play for their nation, and I'm watching them. So I said, I want to play the national team also. So when I went to Portugal, this was what was in my mind, to play the national team, to play for my country, to defend my nation every time. So I said, no, then I have to play for the national team. So when I was called for the national team, I was really excited.
Really excited.
Yes.
And you got into the team. So it means basically you've been following the exploit of the team.
Yeah.
And how did you think when we were knocked out by Uruguay at the World Cup?
Okay, I will congratulate the players who went to the World Cup that year. They played, they really did well, and they made me proud. And people were looking at Ghanaian players as they have good quality, good qualities. So I was happy, even we were out, but with their performance, I was very happy. I was proud, really proud to be a Ghanaian, and I wanted to play for the national team.
How did the Portuguese react to that?
They said, you lost your game, but your country, they are really good.
Your favorite Black Stars players?
Okay, I like Abedi Pele.
The maestro.
Yeah, the maestro.
Also a left-footed player.
Exactly.
And all that. What do you hope to achieve now that you're in the team? Obviously, trying to get into the first 11. What do you hope to achieve, let's say, in the next 5-10 years?
5-10 years, I would like to be. I would like to be a useful player for the Black Stars, and also to win Champions League with my club, and also to play in Spanish League or England League. This is what I really want to achieve.
Exactly. And so, I mean, you're a young man trying to get it up there, 20 years of age. People usually look at footballers and they say, you have lots of money. Is that the real thing on the ground?
Okay, football now, yes, I would say there's a lot of money in football, but the money is not for the lazy people. The money is for people who want to work hard. Yes, so if you are a lazy footballer, you cannot get money.
Yeah,
you have to work
working.
hard.
Yeah.
Work hard, and then by God's grace, I always say by God's grace, because there are some people, they are really good in football, but without the grace of God, they can't get to where they are going. So by God's grace, if you work hard and you keep following God with what you are doing, then I believe you will get to the top.
Now, we came to the car park when the Black Stars had their training session. Classy, the finest cars available in the world. We're all just littered all around. Are you the type who also likes, such things, houses and all that?
Yeah, as a footballer, if you have money, you have to buy a house, you have to get a car. This is the life. You can't stay at where you were staying. You have to move forward. So it's something that not only footballers, but others also do. To be good in life, but also the biggest aspect in it is to be humble, to be very humble.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married. I'm too young to marry. I'm too young to marry.
Oh, why? You're 20 years.
Yes, I'm 20 years.
Yes. And you have everything.
No, I don't have everything. I'm now coming up.
You have a girlfriend?
Yes, I have a girlfriend.
What's her name?
Claire Rupio. She's in Germany.
She's in Germany. A German.
A German, yeah, a German.
Wow. So you went the foreign way. What would you say out there to girls, who are fond of you, who want to experience you, let's say, watch you on the field of play? What message do you have for them?
What I would say is they should be praying for me. They are my fans, and they have to pray for me for everything to work on well. And also, I would say I give thanks to them for all my fans. I would say for supporting me in everything that I was doing. So.
When I asked you to say a few words in Portuguese, you went the Christian way. I'm a Christian. How big a role is Christianity or your religion in the things you do?
For me, in my life, I would say the greatest thing that I really want to do, is go to play football, but I am really a religious person, and without God is my life. God is my life. God is my everything. With the level that I am now, I will give big thanks to God. So I always try to do what God says, even though the Bible says, and we know that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love Him and to those who are called according to His purpose. So if you follow God, then I believe everything will be okay.
Exactly.
God is everything.
And I look forward to the day you score your first goal for the Black Stars.
Okay.
Christian Atsu.
Okay, for Christian Atsu. Hosem pa, because we have a brand new story now. All kana. Yesua niyama bebree ena free. Yes, abra na o final no na academy bi amnofo no aba bebie e wo Ghana ase nti o medi die mu o meduane die mu boss o medi training ne ho akande nyina na mse na simple ena ofiri ho eba Cheetah FC ewo kaso a Cheetah no nanse na mse nyame yo maduma ma o manya pitch papa ne ma papa ba no mo ye training ewo futurum ba bi o mo dakora no tonton ene aduane abedi that time oti ase that time na I think say wakaso mu nyina no ho na o mo oti ase nti na mo den but Christian Atsu story ama mahu ade bi say ewiasim no se eba be ye a yes se ufa ne ma bi ma na se abrabo na eba be tene amo aba be di a ubon se that time no emu edin inti se u ye dru ye die kwan ano a ubon se abrabo ni ma den ene Christian Atsu interview ya yitie ye di sua de bebre u ya aba be dru ye die nchi abon se ehɔ no emu den nanso utimi vita so ejina so akokosi a nyankopon ehwe wani unyam from final to Cheetah na say obehwe ankwasa banachi because ehɔ ntontom ne aduane abedi boss amode be training nanso still abrante no tokoso kokɔ nanim ema ehɔ ena ne yedie epie ya okopie mu ewo Portugal FC Porto chese abrante no na ye negesem ehɔ ena osan kokonya ne wife na oye Germany ni utumi say Atsu wife no odoni ye pa ebre okɔ Rio Ave ena okonya ne wife no yes enti Christian Atsu wife no say oye interview bia oboni di wom oye interview bi oboni di wom enti oba ne oba Christian Atsu twasam utumi say abrante no do ababa ni ye enti nsem bi say na na areho yes yekura ti akra na yeda ntimi na areho na ahye so na ne wife sembri mi pani situation ahwe nanso so enim se onyankopon a ohwe ni paso no obehwe ne wife no so na obo ne ho ban na afi bibia aye kama ne Christian Atsu interview yesua ne ma bebere afrim yesua ne ma bebere e de afimti ba bia wo bia no na ye dem paibo ata Christian Atsu ne family achi ne wife ene nkwada no yemom paye man kwada ne se de be ya omo betimi aba be si omo papa nan na de omo papa ntimi anye no mpo omo mra mmeye emro saa na bibia enye kama bishafo ye de usi ase ebi drop bibia no a esan e de bebre nyame hwa na onye okesi bebre akrayefo nyina